Yo, let's go for a rad killer workout. Get ready for leg warmers, headbands, big hair, and bouncing various body parts. Today's dumpster find is 1987's Killer Workout, also known as Aerobicide. Two different titles always indicates a classic. Killer Workout stars Marsha Carr, David Campbell, Fritz Matthews, Ted Pryor, and oh, you've never heard of any of these people? How could you not know who these people are? If you're a fan of a particular kind of movie, you might be familiar with Fritz Matthews' 7 different acting credits: Kill Zone, Killer Workout, Deadly Prey, Operation Warzone, Hell on the Battleground, Born Killer, Deadliest Prey. I sense a theme here. The poster design makes this film look like a weird, sexy sci-fi film, but I have a feeling we're in for a lot more than that. Well, maybe not a lot more, maybe just different. More like a lateral kind of a move. The bottom half of a woman returns to a dark apartment and a voicemail that tells Valerie that she is heading to Paris the next day to shoot the cover of Cosmopolitan, and her feet get really excited. So apparently Valerie here is a model who is so beautiful they refuse to show us her face. To prepare for her photo shoot, she goes to a tanning salon, which of course provides the perfect excuse for a naked button boob shot. Suddenly, something goes horribly wrong. It turns out she accidentally crawled into the mouth of hell. Meanwhile, years later, not sure what this has to do with a tanning bed accident, but there is a killer workout going on at Rhonda's gym. I see why this movie was made now. Crappy generic rock tunes and the world's most voluptuous aerobics class. Got it. I'm sorry, I have never seen an entire aerobics class this fit, or this coordinated, or this smiley. Yay, class is over! A woman left alone in a gym shower in a horror movie? Never bad luck. Apparently there's a local hellmouth here too. Sure enough, in a knockoff Psycho shower scene, this girl gets stabbed to death with a large safety pin. Isn't that the kind of thing they use to secure cloth diapers? Is the killer Baby Herman? Wait for it. The very competent Lieutenant Morgan is on the case. Glad he is placing the evidence carefully in a plastic bag to preserve his own fingerprints. Apparently, the body was found in Diane's locker. Diane is a client who is always quiet and doesn't quite fit in. This piques the lieutenant's interest.
You're gonna be seeing a lot more of me.
Why, are you threatening to strip right here and now? If underneath that suit he's squeezed into a tight unitard, he'll fit right in. Of course, we have to use another aerobics class to show it's a new day, of course. But don't worry, there's a little eye candy of the male persuasion as well. What if I want to see the men thrusting movie? Didn't think about that, did ya?
We'll just teach the class to stop showing off your tits and tight little ass. Got it?
Wait, you had no problem with this outfit the day before, but this one bothers you? Rhonda catches Chuck poking around the office, and it turns out Rhonda's partner hired him to start work that day, because your first day on the job is a good reason to poke around in the company files. These two meatheads begin fighting in the parking lot because I don't know why. Don't roid out, kids. It leads to cockfighting.
Wow, that was rad.
Oh, you noticed my masculine display, did you? Debbie and Chuck decide to go for a ride. Isn't this Chuck's first day of work? It's going very well so far. Debbie tells Chuck that Jimmy, the guy he was fighting in the parking lot, is into tying up girls and stuff. I guess that's suspicious when there's a killer on the loose. Do people really just have landline phones randomly hanging out in the middle of their backyard? And now they're making out and we're back watching yet another aerobics class for way too long. What the hell's even going on? Suspect number 1, Diane, gets rejected by Jimmy and she looks pissed. Later, Lieutenant Morgan is trying to talk to Diane using his ultimate bedside manner.
Open up! Open the door!
He breaks down the door to get in because that's what cops do, right? It's probably for the best though, because Diane is currently getting stabbed by the large diaper pin. As the cop is rushing up the stairs, the killer jumps out the window. I've learned over the years that there's this whole movie universe out there where logic has yet to evolve. Yeah, Killer Workout took place there. So much for suspect number 1.
Just got the report on the knitting needle belonging to Diane Matthews. It was not the murder weapon.
Dude, that was so 15 seconds ago. The killer washes their hands while some neighborhood kids graffiti Aerobicide and Death Spa on the gym window. The The boy winds up separated from his friends and encounters the killer. Glad you just washed your hands, killer. One of the girls gets her throat slit while the other one becomes the victim of a weird reverse whack-a-mole game in her convertible. Moral of the story, don't go to a place where it is known to attract murderers and do something that might piss off said murderer. The next day, bodies are being carried away, but don't worry, nothing will stop the morning aerobics class. Not even a weightlifter getting bludgeoned by a dumbbell, or another one getting a diaper pin in the face.
Why is it I don't believe you?
I don't know, I always thought I had an honest face.
Look at him, you practically have his face from 15 years ago.
Handcuffs?
Lieutenant Morgan doesn't trust anyone, unless the guy in handcuffs also gets diaper pinned. The only trustworthy man is a dead one.
Do you even have a suspect?
As a matter of fact, I have several.
If you wait long enough, you could just arrest the one living person.
Good, I'm running out of body bags.
Well, do your job then, or wash a couple of bags so you can reuse them.
Check in every hour.
You got it, Lieutenant.
At this rate, the entire gym will be gone by the first check-in. I don't know about this guy, but I think I'd just find another gym at this point. Other gyms have morning aerobics classes you can drool over, I promise. Chuck sneaks around Jimmy's house and finds pictures of Rhonda everywhere. Chuck and Jimmy begin fighting outside of Rhonda's house. I guess they're both spying on her? Geez, maybe I'd just find a different town. Chuck sticks Jimmy in the leg with a rake and Jimmy kicks Chuck into the pool. Later, Chuck wakes up and tells Rhonda and Lieutenant Morgan that he is a private investigator that the business partner hired to look into the murders. At the gym, one of the clients finds Jamie the instructor hanging through this door, whatever it is. And later the cop finds the other woman dead on the floor nearby. Can we justify closing down the gym yet? Absolutely not. Nothing will keep us from... Jimmy tries to run Chuck over in the parking lot. Chuck whips out his gun and shoots at him. Jimmy stands over Chuck with an ice pick, a screwdriver, something. I guess we have our murderer. But wait, there's a twist. Rhonda is putting on a wig. Rhonda, it seems, is Valerie, our faceless model burn victim from the beginning. Now you tell us what the tanning bed incident has to do with any of this? Of course, that also means she's actually the killer, according to Lieutenant Morgan. And why?
All of them were good looking, beautiful people.
Ah, shut up, Marilyn Manson. While taking Valerie, formerly known as Rhonda, formerly known as Valerie, to the police station, the call comes in that Jimmy killed Chuck. So, an epic chase ensues through an oh-so-convenient construction site. How lucky that her face was the only part of her that wasn't at all burned. Jimmy sneaks into the gym while Rhonda is in the shower. He flips the light on just as she is putting her wig back on, and she shoots him. Lucky she had a gun right there. Where's your diaper pin now?
Why'd you kill him, Dawson?
Because I love you.
Now I feel kind of silly for doing that. Later, Lieutenant Morgan brings Rhonda out to the middle of nowhere on urgent police business. He takes a shovel and they go down a dirt trail. This isn't weird at all, is it?
My father used to own this land.
Oh yeah, getting less weird. Lieutenant Morgan goes into a spiel about how his father taught him right from wrong until a local known serial killer suddenly disappeared and he knew that his dad killed him, and that's when he pulls out his gun.
You killed 12 people, maybe more. And you can stand there and say that I'm crazy?
Have you tried actually arresting her yet? You are a cop.
The time is now.
Oh yeah, you're clearly getting right on that now part. Well, that's what you get for dilly-dallying. For those of you concerned, there's still an aerobics class going on. Okay, am I done? Why isn't the director saying cut? So, I guess that was supposed to be creepy and left wide open for a sequel. Aw, man. Well, it's gonna be a short sequel. If she keeps killing people off, it's gonna be pretty obvious who did it because everyone else from the first film is dead. Unless she sheds her wig and retreats to a lair underneath the gym like the Phantom of the Opera. Somehow I'm not quaking in fear at the thought of that. I mean, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Rhonda. I'm getting off topic. So why is this film in the dumpster? I mean, is it any more inane than the other iconic 80s horror films like Nightmare on Elm Street? Okay, maybe it is. Honestly, this is just another straightforward 80s tits and slash film preying on the two things that are most important to you Freudians out there, sex and violence. The plot to Killer Workout is less than thought-provoking or engaging, and I'm pretty sure the filmmakers knew that. That's why this film is half contrived nonsensical murders, half women doing provocative aerobics, and 20% actual plot development. Wait, now I have 120% of a film. We don't need any more Aerobicide. Basically, the 80s slasher film has now become a cult subgenre, and though many of them are basically the same thing, it does have a following. So if the 80s tits and slasher film is your kind of thing, Killer Workout's one of them.
Very sharp.
Then you hardly have anything in common, do you?